Hi there, my name's Kevin Fagan. I'm the founder of the Nissan Figaro Owners Club. One of the things I found when I created the club was the lack of information on the Figaro, especially for people who want to buy the car. Okay, there's bits and pieces on the internet, you can search on various parts of the car. What I decided to do early on is to produce really a comprehensive buyer's guide to help people basically find all the information they need when they go and view the car, they test drive the car. Really, really important, because one of the things about the Figaro is you can get to the guy or the lady that's selling the car. Basically, it can look really fantastic in the picture. The important thing about the Figaro is there's so many important parts to look at. You need to get under the skin of the car to make sure that you're buying, basically not a rust bucket. So we've produced, basically the club has produced a Figaro buyer's guide. It's a PDF that you can download instantly for £6. It's 30 sections of information and it covers all areas of the car, electrics, all the bodywork, things to look for. The roof is particularly important because it's obviously allows you to put the roof up and down. It's got 2 boots on the back of the car, and obviously things like the engine and things very important test driving the car. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take you a little bit around what the buyer guide covers, and we start really with things like bodywork. Don't get taken in by the shininess of the car. It can look the best car in the world on paper, and indeed when you look at the car itself, it can be really shiny. What the buyer's guide does is it basically tells you important areas to look for rust and other bits where basically the bodywork may have been filled in or bodged, and it might look really good, but as I said, it might have been bodged up by somebody obviously trying to sell it on. So what we've done is, with the buyer's guide, it takes you through. It's not particularly technical. You can basically print it the night before you go. You can read it, basically you can take it with you, and it will take you through the car. If we start here, we can look basically inside the car. Things to look at is things like the internal parts of the car. Obviously the Figaro is blessed with having some fantastic upholstery seats. When you're looking at the seats, bearing in mind that what you don't need is tears and rips and things like that, because that's obviously going to cost you a lot of money to repair. If the seats look fairly dull and things like that, then don't worry too much. We do a very good finishing kit on the website that we publish, and you can get these seats back to looking really nice, so don't worry too much about the tears. Things like what you need to do is check for the mechanism, making sure that's working okay, making sure obviously things like the petrol cap works. There's loads of areas of the car that you really need to go through step by step, making sure everything works as it should do. Very simple things like the electric windows, they can be quite expensive to fix. Make sure they go up and down, things like you wouldn't necessarily think of doing that. Very simple to check those when you go and view the car. Obviously, start the car up, make sure the power steering's working okay, make sure the brake works okay, make sure that the gears are working fine. Things like the radio, turn the radio on and make sure that's working okay and it's tuning okay. One of the things about the Figaro is that you can have a Clarion upgrade, which allows you to use things like the iPod in it. Obviously we all like our own music now, so that's a great extra to have, and most cars now have a Clarion upgrade. Again, we go into that particular information on the buyer's guide. One of the important things as well is things like looking under the car for things like horrible rust. So even feel your hands under it, or if you can, climb under the car, look up, make sure that the bodywork is in good condition under the car, especially on these seals that can actually be quite badly affected by rust. Also, whilst we're on bodywork, one of the areas specifically to the Figaro is the wheel arches. They can actually be really bad, and you can see some really awful examples of the Figaro with some very, very bad rusting on that. So again, look at the conditions of the wheel arches. Again, with the bumpers, put your hand underneath, feel for rust and things. If you can't get down, then just do it with your fingers. You can feel whether there's rust there. So there's lots of areas of the car. As I said, it's a 30-part book, a manual that you can download. It takes you step by step through everything you need to know about buying the Nissan Figaro. And don't forget, don't be rushed into buying the first one you see. I always say to people, you know, there's loads out there, take your time, make sure that you buy the right car. Maybe don't buy the first one you're looking at. Remember, once you've bought the car, to obviously join the Nissan Figaro Owners Club. We provide extensive support for the car through our websites and our technical forum. So have fun, enjoy the car. It's a fantastic car to own. You'll have loads of fun with it, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.